While the comics we are discussing are primarily American, they have put effort into include all the worlds in it. There are characters that come from all over the world. In that case, it is pretty hard to ignore Asia, that being the largest continent in all. The continent has a diverse population and is found someplace in Western comics. Japan, for instance, has contributed a fair amount of pop culture. I mean, who can deny that Power Rangers, Pokemon, and Transformers influenced pop culture? So American comics have given space for a bunch of Japanese characters, and in this video, we'll see the top 10 most powerful of those Japanese characters. In the 10th place, we have Colin Wing. Remember the supervillain organization, The Hand? Colin was trained by the top martial artists with the expertise of Bushido Code, Katana, and other forms. Bakuto was her mentor throughout the process. All the while she was training, she never knew about the criminal activities of The Hand. When she learned about it, she came out of the organization. She headed Shikara Dojo, where she taught martial arts to the street kids in New York in later part of her life. Colleen was so powerful that when it came to saving her friend Claire Temple, she could defeat and kill Bakuto. Next on the list is Karate Kid. There is another hero with no superpowers other than his training. Val Amour, aka Karate Kid, was an ordinary boy by birth, but he became a futuristic Japanese superhero just for his combat skills. The superhero sensei Toshiaki raised Val to be a super karate and trained him in every form of martial arts. Val went to join the Legion of Superheroes. He also battled against the Sun Eater and was strong enough to stand out on his own against Superboy, Kryptonian Kon-El. Samurai in the 8th place. How can we have a Japanese hero lineup without mentioning the Samurai? Toshio Ito, aka Samurai, is one of those nerdy heroes. He actually taught history before he became a member of the JLA. He was the chosen one to defeat the dark side of God of Apocalypse. The gods of New Genesis struck him by a lightning beam, giving him power to control the winds and to become invincible. He himself is swift like the wind and an extraordinary swordsman. In the initial part of his career with the League, Samurai was fighting against Lex Luthor's Legion of Doom. He was also served in Super Friends. Number 7 on the list is Dr. Light, aka Hoshi. Himo Hoshi was initially just an astronomer who worked with the Justice League. She also a single mother of 2 children. She played a key role in the multiversal Crisis on Infinite Earths. While she didn't have a superpower from the beginning, she gained them in an accident. When she was called to study a cosmic phenomenon, a beam of light targeted at Earth by Anti-Monitor hit her. Because of that, she got the power to control light. Ever since, she has been working with Doom Patrol, the Outsiders, and the League. Sun Life is in the 6th place on the list. Hiro Yoshida, or Sunfire, has a tragic childhood. Sunfire's mother was one of thousands affected by the atomic radiation in Nagasaki. So, he grew up by hating the United States of America. His uncle Tomo raised him after his mother's death. He took him to the site of Habakusha, where Shiro went through mutation and got his superpowers. He became the mutant who can control and manipulate solar energy and convert it into plasma. With this amazing power, he became one of the formidable superheroes from Japan. In the 5th place is Ravashi. Originally known as Kwanin, or more famously Kwanin the Assassin, she was trained to be an extraordinary ninja for Niryun by the Hand operatives themselves. Later on, she became a mutant and gained some superpowers. Her character went through many transitions to the extent of body swapping. In the process, she gained telepathic powers and became Ravashi. Which is funny, is she likes to call herself Goddess of Mercy, but she couldn't be far from it. According to her, to maintain balance in nature, killing some was necessary. We saw Sunfire before, we now have Sunburst on the list. Sunburst, aka Takeo Sato, once inhaled fumes of an erupting volcano and got superpowers because of it. But sadly for him, he was forced to commit crimes by some criminals who kidnapped his parents. Later on, in Crisis on Infinite Earths, he joined forces to fight against Anti-Monitor and died while doing so. 3rd on the list is Silver Samurai. You would have heard his name alongside Wolverine many times as a part of the Wolverine by Fox. By his very birth, he is the very powerful being with a silver armor kind of thing covering him. Not only is he gigantic, but he has the ability to charge at almost anything. The mutant is best known for chopping off his claws and knocking down Wolverine in the 2013 movie Wolverine. Katana is 2nd on the list. She is a Japanese swordsman who wields a sword name called Soul Taker. Cool, huh? Not only the name, but there are cooler things about her blade. It can store the essence of those who she kills with that blade. Now, do you see it? Soul Taker because it takes the soul. Crazy, right? Tatsu Yamashiro is her original name, but her combat skills are the best in all the DC universe. She joined hands with Batman ever since she debuted in Batman, the Brave and the Bold in 1983. She became a part of the Birds of Prey, Batman's all-female family. Now for the first position in the list, we have another superhero with sun in his name, the Rising Sun. Azumi Yasunari, aka Rising Sun, is a solar physicist. He also comes from a family that was affected by the Nagasaki atomic bomb. So when he grew up, he did research in the field of cancer and also learned to dismantle bombs. He aided Superman in bringing down ancient sorcerers who were casting spells on Easter Island. The reason he is stronger than Sunburst is he has erased the horror of his past completely and began helping other superheroes to take down villains. That's all for the list. Do you think any other Japanese superheroes would be there in the list? Let us know in the comments below.